What's going on, guys? This is Miasin. This is the Predaplant deck profile that I told you guys I would be making yesterday. So really good deck, actually. The new support, a lot of new cards, were able to make the deck go from like tier 500 to pretty respectable. Let's just say tier 1.5 to tier 2. It really depends how you see things. So yeah, the new fusion is insane. The new skills are insane. Oh my god, pendulum cards are so good. And the Biblisp also really good. So now that Scorpio is even easier to access, maybe this engine could actually see play in other decks and not just Predaplant. So yeah, before this video starts, make sure you like and subscribe, and also check me out on Twitch and Instagram. And now that this is out of the way, let's get right into this video. So for starters, I'm playing 3 Triantis and 3 Bufocolia. So both cards actually combine, well, synergize really well. If you draw 2 scales, well, that's already full combo, which is pretty insane. It's OTK under Nibiru, since you can actually summon your 5th monster during the battle phase or the end phase. So either if you're trying to make negates going first, or you're trying to kill going second, and of course you actually get to break like boards very easily. You get to tribute your opponent's monsters with the effect of the level 5. When you place predator counters on your opponent's monster, your Starving Venom Predator Fusion Dragon also allows you to negate your opponent's cards using their monster, which is super freaking violent. So yeah, really good cards. And then 2 Fallen of Albaz, because I want to resolve Branded Fusion 3 times, not just 2 times. Well, not just once. Well, and no, I want to resolve it 2 to 3 times, not just once, 1 to 2 times, if that makes any sense. And yeah, 3 Scorpio, 1 Cobra, 1 Light Hex Sealed Fusion, which is the card that you use by sending it to the graveyard alongside Fallen of Albaz to make Albion, and then you fuse banishing them from the grave in order to summon Dragoon. So that's just the way you do it. The reason for that is because this can be the substitute for any fusion material, so it becomes kind of a Dark Magician, and then all you need is a Dragon Effect monster and you're good to go. And yeah, I'm also playing 6 Hand Shops and 3 Super Polys, so even board breaking cards. So 3 Ash, 3 Valor, 3 Super Poly. Super Poly is really nice in this deck. It's better than like Forbidden Drop and some other kind of non-engine related cards, because Super Poly, worst case scenario, you can actually use it on yourself to fuse for like the level 5 and then play from there, because you're probably gonna have full combo at this point. So yeah, I definitely do recommend that. And obviously if you use it using your opponent's monsters, all the better. And you already have kind of a searchable I don't know, a theme Super Poly, but not really, because you have to use 2 or more dark monsters you control, and up to 1 monster your opponent controls, or actually up to infinite monsters your opponent controls. But I can't really think of any dark fusion monster that can be summoned using like 9 materials. Well, maybe Chimera Tech Overdragon, but that's besides the point. Anyways, the other Predaplant monsters, I'm playing 3 Clamido Sundew, so this is a kind of a polymerization on the field once per turn, so you can fuse using it and other monsters in your hand and or field, or monsters your opponent controls with predator counters, which is very cool. So again, another way you break boards. 1 Saracenian, which has a the first effect I don't think is super relevant, but if on the field it is either destroyed by battle by card effect or sent to the graveyard by a card effect, you get to search a Predup card from your deck to your hand. So any Predaplant monster, I think, or Predaplant spells or traps. So yeah, because they're not actually Predaplant spells, but rather Preda Practice, Preda Running, Preda Prime Fusion. It's always like a kind of a pun on a word, so this is why it kind of doesn't search Predaplant card, but Preda. Anyways, 3 Biblisp, one of the newer cards, really good. So if it's sent to the graveyard, you get to search your deck for any Predaplant monster. So that's the reason why Scorpio is very searchable, well, very kind of universal now. You can go Foolish Burial, send this, and then that's already Scorpio access. Or also another graveyard effect is if a monster on the field exists with a predator counter, you can revive it back from the grave, but then it gets banished when it leaves the field, so you won't be able to get the search effect again since it won't hit the graveyard this time. And yeah, Instant Fusion, obviously that's a no-brainer. It summons the level 5, which is like a 1-card combo. 3 Preda Practice, this card is really cool. So before we got the new wave of support, this card I don't think was doing too much, but now it's like special summon 1 Predaplant monster from your hand, then add 1 Predap card from your deck to your hand, which is really cool. Searches you any Predaplant card from your deck to your hand, and also for the rest of the turn you cannot summon from the extra deck except fusion monsters, which is completely fine by me. you already have Branded Fusion, which locks you under not being able to summon non-fusions anyway, so even if you have another card that locks you out, it's completely fine. And then, yeah, 1 Ultra Poly, 1 Prime Fusion, 3 Super Poly, 1 Branded in Red, which is a card that you can actually get access to with Albion, and finally Predap Running, which is a Premature Burial, and it actually doesn't negate the effect of the monster that you revive, so it's pretty cool. Anyways, for the extra deck, I'm playing Starving Venom Predator Fusion Dragon. Like I said, this is the Omni Negate. Then Guardian Chimera, which is the monster that you summon with Branded in Red, so you can actually fuse using the Albaz from the hand, another card from the hand or from the field, and another card from the field, so you can draw up to 3 cards, well, up to 2 cards I think, and pop up to 2 cards your opponent controls, depending on the configuration of monsters, well, the material. So it can be 1 card from the hand, 2 cards from the field, or the other way around. And then for the other monsters, Trifu Verdum, Dragoon, Mirror Jade, really cool card actually. This card can banish a monster on the field without targeting, and also send the Albion, which fetches you the Branded in Red or Branded Fusion, so you also have a follow-up, which is really cool. And then Starving Venom, Dragos Tapelia, Lubellion. This is the monster that requires a Dark attribute, so when you break, you actually send the Biblisp, and you get to play from there. The Albion requires a Light attribute, so you're going to have to send the Light Exhaled Fusion and make Dragoon with this card. And it also has a Graveyard effect, unlike Lubellion, which is the way you get Branded Fusion and Branded in Red, as I said. And then Chimera Flesia also has a Graveyard effect, but also an on-field effect, which is very relevant. Once per turn, you can target 1 monster on the field with a level less than or equal to this card, banish it, not even destroy it, banish it. So another way you can get rid of undestructible threats. So tribute your opponent's monster, fuse with them, banish them, so many ways. And then 2 Ambulomeloides, Mud Dragon of the Swamp, and Verte Anaconda for obvious reasons. It's an actual Predaplant this time. Oh my god, this is crazy. And even in its own deck, it actually conflicts because you have so many cards that actually lock you under fusions only. So your only non-fusion, even though it's a Predaplant monster, sometimes you can't even make it, which is jokes, but yeah. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the Predaplant deck profile. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.